In this video, I let my subscribers decide what I should build. That's right, you guys. In celebration of hitting 1,000 subscribers, I let you guys suggest all the things you would like me to build and have now thrown them together into one town, so hopefully it hasn't turned out too chaotic. Okay, so first I went on to the Discord and noticed one of the subscribers who recently joined had been posting a lot of really awesome builds. So I asked him if he would be interested in helping me out, and luckily for me, he said he would be happy to, and therefore, say hi, Lemon.
Hello.
Then I booted up a temporary server for us to build on and got to work straight away making a bit of landscape for us to build on. One of the suggestions for the build was to make something wondrous and whimsical. So in that spirit, I wanted the river to do a loop in the middle of town.
And that's when I joined the server and started working building some stuff as well.
And while Lemon did that, I started working on a bridge going through the loop, followed by working on the next suggestion, a Japanese tea house. Now the suggestions from you guys obviously didn't really adhere to any certain theme. This meant the things we were gonna build were a little all over the place, like a Japanese tea house, some fire plinths, and lots of peculiar houses. So, to not overwhelm ourselves too much, I had made sure the landscaping marked out an area that we could stay within. Now just came the task of filling this area with buildings and making it look lively and whimsical. And so Lemon came up with 3 types of houses. One was the style of the observatory he had been working on. Next was a white and red house with a peculiar swirly roof style. And finally a house I ended up dubbing the colorful one. Not really because there's a lot of colors, just that there's a lot of gradients and blocks in the palette. While he did that, I made 3 hot air balloons holding up a sign thanking you guys for helping me reach this milestone. Then we had some fun figuring out how to make some decent looking flames using glass and glass panes. And I must say, it's actually quite challenging making builds that are suggested by others, but it's also really fun. Then to also make it not as obvious that we are surrounded by an endless flat world, we decided to recycle some of my custom spruce trees and place them all around the build, and don't worry, we end up pasting a lot more trees than this. Then the next few hours simply went with building a handful more houses to make a bustling little town. On the other side of the river, I wanted there to be a little farm where we could have some fields and farm animals, because I had a sneaky plan to be naming a bunch of them the names of people in my comment section and those who were publicly subscribed to me, but I'll get to that later. Then we kept on expanding the town, and Lemon taught me a bunch of tricks you can do using the debug stick, like making redstone lamps light up without redstone and other nifty tricks. Then after finishing all the houses in town, I made the fields for the farm, and Lemon made this mysterious looking ruined stone structure. And finally, to fill out the empty space beneath the hot air balloons, I came up with the idea to make a circus. And so I worked on the main tent while Lemon made some wagons to transport all the circus related stuff. And boy, did those banners on the tent give me a lot of trouble. Just look at my terrible attempt at making an exclamation point.
What is that?
Anyways, after a few final touch-ups, the build was finished. Obviously, Lemon was a massive help in this particular build, but without all 1,000 of you guys who have subscribed, I wouldn't even have gotten here. So thank you so much, and I look forward to making a bunch more content for you guys in the future. This world will of course be up for download in the Discord for all of you guys to take a look if you want. And maybe if you've left a comment on my videos or publicly subscribed to me, you'll be able to find your name somewhere in the world, because the last thing I did was go through and add a bunch of named villagers, animals, and also a bunch of signs with all the names I could fit. Oh yeah, and one last thing, if you like the style of building you saw in this video, I suggest you go follow Lemon on Instagram, where he posts a lot of awesome builds in his great building style.
Anyways, that was all we had for you today.
And I'll see you in the next video.